Phil, Phil, I know it's been a long time since we talked. The Rock's eyebrow. No, I am not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on my own radio show. This is strictly educational and entertainment only in my own personal opinions and beliefs on the market. Phil, do you got that? Phil! The same thing, you got another bearish continuation pattern. All of these looks very similar to Bitcoin right now. We showed you this morning how you could try to trade up into the moving averages after we did finally fulfill and broke the target on XRP on a phenomenal crash and now a nice pump, right? And you can see we've had a phenomenal pump. But this to me too looks like a bearish continuation pattern. And I'd be watching out for an initial drop if you break this back down to the 78 level and then ultimately maybe back down here, right? We got some major support and we got a major support and resistance zone down there. What is going on here? It's too far out, so we're just going to delete that. That has been fulfilled, so we can move this sort of out of the way. And then this would be another major underneath target if we can't get some footing back down here at about the 50-cent level, right? We almost got there on the last push. We're going to bring this out a little bit more into the forefront, make it a little bit brighter because this is a significant level, the 50-cent level. So I'd watch out for the 50-cent level. And then your major overhead resistance, like we talked about earlier, is at this 92 cents if you could pump up even more. But you're hitting a major resistance right here at our first spot that we thought you'd get rejected in sort of this hook nose bearish reversal pattern, right? Where it's a big consolidation with the big wick right there. Then you get bought back up in an up and sideways consolidation with crashing volume, which is very bearish, right? We've talked about that a lot on this channel. And then you don't have to, but you usually roll back over and then come back down, hit the double bottom and break it and come down to the 50-cent level. So that's what we're going to watch out for and see if that plays out. You got major resistance you're hitting now at 86 cents. You got mid-ground underneath support at 78 cents along this orange ring. And then you got major underneath support at 50 cents, right? So that's what we're going to watch out for in the XRP. XLM's the same thing. We've been playing these rings and you can see it flushed beautifully all the way down to this blue ring right at the 22-cent level, falling from the old ring that we were watching at 28 cents. It fell right through it, which came down from when we were getting supported on the first time at the 31 cents, right? Then it brought us down in an up and down fast in the 28-cent ring, and then it brought us to the 22-cent ring, and now we've gotten bought back up on the quick buyback after we got oversold in a flush, and we're getting above this 29-cent ring right now. And what's most likely to happen now is this is another bearish continuation pattern. They're all in the same formation. You got underneath support, right? Overhead resistance, and it looks like the duck's beak. I don't feel like getting the lines out. And then usually what happens is you hit this 200-day moving average that's coming across, right? And it knocks the price down, and you fall out of this continuation pattern to the downside and you come double bottom. So that's what we're going to watch out for to see if you don't come back down here in the XLM. And obviously if you continue to pump your overhead target, oops, wrong thing. We don't want our industry drawing tool. We want our industry exclusive price note. If you break up, your next logical major resistance is that 34-cent ring that you came down from before. So that's what we're watching out for. A topping out right now possibly, and a breakdown to 22 cents or a pump up to 34 cents, right? So that's what's going on there. And then if we go into our altcoins, I was told that I missed a coin, DAPP, I believe, today. So we're going to go over DAPP real quick. And you can see we've continued to come down and we've breached that major support and resistance line that we were watching when we first started talking about the coin back over here at the 0.039613. And now we're crashed. And it looks like we're forming, if we zoom in now, to the 15-minute time frame, this looks to be a bearish continuation pattern. And if I had to make a guess on this, looking at the chart that we've already laid out, I would say this is a bearish continuation pattern, and you would come up from the top of the flush to the bottom to the point of a potential breakout up here, and this gives you an underneath target down here of 0.0025-ish, right? There's your underneath target. If this is a bearish continuation pattern and it gets rejected and breaks to the downside, on the upside target, you're going to look now to back test some major overhead resistance if you can get above this 200-day moving average and continue to climb up this underneath support, pop over the 200-day and run up. This is your major overhead resistance up here, right? An old support zone that we flushed through back here. My lovely subscribers, see that where you flushed and came down here, and that was your major underneath support, or where you started to form this bearish continuation pattern. But if you can break bearish continuation patterns to the upside, right? And this would be your target at 0.0039867, right? Like, subscribe, and share. Oh, and Jerome, DENT, we didn't talk about today, but it's been down. Look at that, Jerome. We hit the shithouse for you, my brother. And you said you were waiting for the shithouse target, and if you tried to take some limit orders down here at some of these support resistance levels, you could have made some good money on the buyback. But we've come all the way down, Jerome, and you've been patient, and you've sidestepped the criminal gangster cartel and the market manipulators by sticking with Vincenzo. When we were telling you we thought we could come to the shithouse back here, and even more so way back here as the price was in a bearish continuation pattern back there on the circle. We've come all the way down to the shithouse. It's been a long run, but this is one of the first coins that have come full circle back down to the shithouse from way back there when it was pumping like a motherfucker. But Jerome has been with Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing and out ahead of this. And now, Jerome, we know we're still below the 200-day moving average. And what I would look for now and DENT is that you've continued to come up in this bearish continuation pattern. You got over the 200-day moving average in the 5-minute time frame. But I think what's most likely to happen, Jerome, if you want to try to make a play on this, I would wait for it to come down to another double bottom there. Now that we have some structure that formed there with a big wick, a buyback, if it comes back down here, this would be a spot you could buy it for a pump, safe pump up to here now, and that would be a phenomenal return, if not more, if you get bought back up to here, right? But this would be your first chance where you could maybe try to swing trade it down here at the 0.0030000 level in the upper quarter of the shithouse, right? You could try to make a play on that and gamble on a double bottom in an educated way and play a 30 to 50% pump back up into upper resistance. We'll keep an eye on that for you, Jerome. My lovely subscribers, we love each and every one of you. Peace and love, peace and love. Go blue, baby. Go blue.